Behind a nondescript gate in Los Angeles lies a private garage that hums like a living machine. No velvet ropes, no security guards, only polished steel, sculpted carbon, and the faint echo of throttles that once tore through movie history. For most collectors, motorcycles are trophies. For Tom Cruise, they are memories forged in motion, each one tied to a scene, a stunt, a story that pushed both man and machine to the limit. This isn't just a garage. It's a cinematic time capsule, 10 masterpieces that trace the evolution of speed, risk, and craftsmanship through the eyes of a man who never needed a stunt double to prove his love for the ride. 1. Ducati 999. Among the rarest Ducatis ever made, the 999R was born from racing DNA. Only 200 were built, each carrying a 999cc L-twin engine that screamed to 139 horsepower. Cruise owns one finished in a subdued metallic gray, a gift for his 46th birthday. It isn't just fast, it's poetic. The 999R design by Pierre Turblanche broke Ducati tradition, sharper, leaner, unapologetically modern. Cruise calls it the bike that taught him respect for engineering. When he rides, the engine note isn't noise, it's dialogue between man and machine. 2. Confederate Hellcat. The Confederate Hellcat is a 2,163cc V-twin built from a single block of aircraft-grade aluminum. When Cruise rode it to the Mission Impossible 3 premiere, crowds didn't see an actor, they saw a modern gladiator arriving on a hand-built Thunderbolt. With 121 horsepower and 145 pounds of torque, it's less a motorcycle and more a declaration of rebellion. To Cruise, it represents freedom forged in metal, unfiltered by comfort. Every startup growl is a reminder, perfection isn't polished, it's forged. Enjoying the ride? Hit subscribe and join us for more stories behind the world's most extraordinary cars. Stay tuned. There's always another legend waiting in the garage. 3. BMW S1000RR. The BMW S1000RR is German engineering, at its peak a 199 horsepower missile that Cruise first rode in Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation. In that chase through Morocco, he weaved through traffic with no stunt double. What viewers didn't know was that the S1000RR he rode wasn't a prop, it was his personal bike. 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds. Top speed, 188 miles per hour. This is where discipline meets danger. Cruise once said, if the bike's faster than your fear, you're ready to ride it. The S1000RR is the proof. 4. Triumph Bonneville Scrambler. The Bonneville Scrambler didn't exist until Mission Impossible 3 demanded it. Triumph built 5 prototypes to match the film's 1960s aesthetic, and after the movie wrapped, one went home with Cruise. Powered by an 865cc parallel twin, it's not just vintage looking, it's historically important. It inspired Triumph to launch the production Scrambler line a year later. A movie bike became a market icon, and in Cruise's hands, it became living history. 5. Kawasaki GPZ900R. 1986 Top Gun. A young pilot named Maverick races an F-14 Tomcat down the runway. His weapon, the Kawasaki GPZ900R. It was the world's first liquid-cooled inline-4 superbike, producing 115 horsepower, revolutionary for its time. That scene didn't just make Cruise famous. It immortalized the GPZ900R. He still owns one today, perfectly restored. The same model that introduced the Ninja name to the world. Every collector has a first love. This was his. 6. Kawasaki Ninja H2R. Decades later, Top Gun Maverick demanded an equal, and Kawasaki answered. The Ninja H2R, a 310 horsepower, supercharged monster capable of 249 miles per hour. It's the fastest production motorcycle ever built. Cruise used it in aerial sequences that blurred the line between man and machine. He once said it felt like flying with wheels. Every inch of the H2R, from its carbon fiber wings to its polished titanium exhaust, is engineered madness. And in Cruise's hands, madness becomes art. 7. Ducati Desmosedici RR. The Desmosedici RR is Ducati's Formula One of motorcycles, a MotoGP machine, tamed just enough for the road. Produced in 2007, only 1,500 units were made. Cruises is customized in racing red, equipped with a 989cc V4 that delivers 200 horsepower. The sound alone, a banshee-like roar, makes bystanders stop mid-conversation. It's a kind of bike that demands skill and rewards courage. For cruise, it's not about the price, it's about proximity to perfection. 8. Honda RC213 VS. Imagine riding the exact motorcycle Marc Marquez used to dominate MotoGP, only legal for public roads. That's the RC213 VS, Honda's most advanced street bike ever. Cruise owns one, finished in Repsol livery, weighing just 375 pounds, producing 214 horsepower. It's a mechanical ballet, feather-light, yet lethal. Every surface feels engineered for the racetrack, yet Cruise keeps it as a reminder that control isn't about taming power. It's about dancing with it. 9. Triumph Speed Triple 1200 RS. A modern British bruiser, the Speed Triple 1200 RS is Triumph's masterpiece of minimalism. A 1,160cc triple-cylinder engine, 178 horsepower, and razor-sharp handling. Cruise loves its dual nature, aggressive but elegant. It's a nod to his early triumphs, but evolved stripped down, muscular, and refined. In a collection of exotics, this one stays near his everyday garage. It's not just a motorcycle. It's therapy at 10,000 RPM. 10. Virus Alien 988. Built by hand in Rimini, Italy, the Virus Alien 988 looks more like alien architecture than motorcycle. It features hub center steering, carbon fiber everything, and a Ducati 1299 Panigale engine producing 205 horsepower. Only one exists, and Cruise secured it for his private collection. Every detail is otherworldly. The skeletal frame, the floating fairings, the asymmetry that somehow achieves balance. It's not a vehicle, it's sculpture in motion. And like Cruise himself, it defies convention while redefining possibility. Every machine here tells a story of risk, of beauty, of control meeting chaos. Together, they form a portrait not of a celebrity, but of a man chasing mastery. Tom Cruise's motorcycles aren't just collectibles. They're milestones, each one marking a film, a stunt, a moment when speed became storytelling. From the vintage lines of the GPZ900R to the alien elegance of the Virus Alien, his garage is less about possession and more about passion. Because in the end, Cruise doesn't ride for fame. He rides for flight, for that fleeting instant when asphalt feels like sky, and the throttle becomes the only truth that matters. If this journey moved you, don't just watch, be part of it. Subscribe and ride with us through the world's rarest machines. Each film, a new chapter of power and passion. The road continues right here.